Dermot Desmond is one of the most powerful and least visible figures in Celtic Football Club's modern history. He is not on the touchline. He does not give weekly interviews. Yet for decades, few individuals have exerted more influence over Celtic than the Irish billionaire who operates largely out of sight. And where power operates quietly, questions inevitably follow. To understand the controversy surrounding Dermot Desmond, you must first understand his background. Desmond made his fortune in the highest levels of international finance, a world defined by complex deals, offshore structures, and jurisdictions far removed from everyday life. It is a world where legality, ethics, and public perception do not always align. By the mid-1990s, when Celtic stood on the brink of financial collapse, Desmond emerged as a crucial backer of Fergus McCann. That intervention helped stabilise the club and changed its future forever. For many supporters, that alone secured his legacy. But legacy does not shield power from scrutiny. Over the years, mainstream media attention surrounding Dermot Desmond has largely focused not on football, but on his wider business empire. Journalists have repeatedly examined his use of offshore financial centres, including tax-efficient jurisdictions that, while legal, are often controversial in the court of public opinion. It must be stated clearly, there is no evidence that Dermot Desmond has broken the law in using such structures. Yet mainstream media have questioned what this says about transparency, accountability, and ethics in global finance, particularly when figures of such wealth hold influence over cultural institutions like football clubs. Desmond has also been involved in a number of high-profile civil legal disputes over the years. These cases, widely reported in the press, typically revolved around business disagreements, failed partnerships, and contested financial arrangements. Civil courts are not criminal courts. They determine liability, not guilt. But the volume and intensity of these disputes have contributed to a public image shaped as much by confrontation as by success. Once again, Desmond has denied wrongdoing, and no criminal convictions have followed. When scrutiny turns towards Celtic itself, the tone of criticism shifts, but does not disappear. Unlike many modern football owners, Dermot Desmond does not run the club on a day-to-day basis. He holds immense influence without holding executive responsibility. For some commentators, this arrangement represents stability. For others, it represents a dangerous lack of accountability. During periods of domestic dominance, media voices have questioned whether Celtic's ambition has been deliberately restrained. Why push harder? Why risk more? Why change a system that continues to deliver success? To critics, this mindset reflects a corporate conservatism, a prioritisation of balance sheets over breakthroughs. To defenders, it is precisely this discipline that has kept Celtic solvent while others collapsed under reckless spending. What darkens the narrative is not accusation, but silence. Dermot Desmond rarely speaks publicly about Celtic's strategic direction. He does not explain his vision in press conferences. He does not regularly face supporters. In an era of hyper-visible ownership, his absence fuels speculation, and speculation, when left unanswered, grows teeth. Mainstream media have never proven criminal wrongdoing. No court has delivered a guilty verdict. No regulatory body has imposed sanctions related to the accusations often implied in headlines. Yet the questions remain, not because of evidence, but because of power. Power exercised quietly, power shielded by distance, power that shapes outcomes without explanation. For supporters, this creates a tension. Dermot Desmond is both protector and mystery, the man who helped save Celtic, and the figure many feel they do not truly know. To some, he is the unseen hand ensuring survival in a ruthless football economy. To others, he symbolises the modern game's drift away from openness, emotion, and accountability. So where does the truth lie? Somewhere between the headlines and the silence, between legality and ethics, between success on the pitch and unanswered questions off it. But scrutiny and accountability does not disappear simply by blocking your ears or pointing the finger at the people who work for you. In football, as in finance, perception matters. and in the shadows where power operates, perception often becomes the story. Dermot Desmond remains one of the most influential figures in Celtic's history. Whether he is remembered as a guardian, a strategist, or an enigma, may ultimately depend not on results, but on transparency. And the Celtic fans are calling for transparency more than ever before.